All right, y'all, let's start shredding the Black Book of Communism. We'll start by taking a look at the foreword and see what that has to say. Have you ever heard the saying, you don't have to put other people down to lift yourself up? That's sort of what the foreword in the Black Book of Communism attempts to do. It attempts to put down communism in order, either intentionally or unintentionally, to lift up Nazism and fascism. It also attempts to provoke feelings of sympathy for Nazism by saying how unfairly Nazism has been portrayed by historians, which is pretty absurd when you consider the absolute horrors that Nazism unleashed in Europe. It says here, even so, does the present silence about the past mean that communism was all that less bad than Nazism? Well, no, but there isn't a silence about communism. There's tons and tons and tons of books and literature that is anti-communist and talks about the supposed crimes of communist countries, right? And why do they need to compare Nazism to communism? Why not just show us all the horrors of communism? Why compare the two unless you're trying to make one appear better? And it says another reason for our dual perception is that defeat cut down Nazism in the prime of its iniquity, thereby eternally fixing its full horror in the world's memory. By contrast, communism at the peak of its iniquity was rewarded with an epic victory. I mean, this is suggesting that Nazism is anything but full horror. It says the status of ex-communist carries with it no stigma, even when unaccompanied by an expression of regret. Past contact with Nazism, however, no matter how marginal or remote, confers an inedible stain, as it should. And here in the foreword, it mentions that two of the writers of this book, publicly disassociated themselves from the book's bolder conclusions. That should be a sign as to the validity of the rest of this book.